Good morning. This is the Wild Swan Knit Shawl by Teasdale and lise Mairgaard. We are doing row 87 today. So I was describing a small child, half-elf child, and very quiet. Doesn't speak much. Doesn't say anything. And yes, I named him Dembe. On the request of one of my players. So his name is Dembe, and it works because I modeled Mac off of Reddington's, so why not? So, and I gave him some sass too. Meliodas was giving this boy some sass because he was half elf, so I'm like, fine. The boy turns around as Meliodas is leaving, he finally leaves, and he goes, "Close the door, would you?" And then turns back, and then at that moment, both the player and Meliodas just sizzled on the inside. It's how dare you? I do have to apologize. This is the second hand story coming to you guys, not even a recording of the session. You can't even so the experience of it, I do apologize. There's a lot missing, so it may not be funny to you guys, but it was hilarious to all of us. It was kind of a sticking point. Also, I'm not doing a very good job explaining it. Anyways, so let's do the easiest. So Asona goes off and goes to the broken hammer and gets Ironhawk's body turned into bone. So he got them all cleaned, freshened up. He actually went to the gravekeeper and asked because he deals with the with burials and stuff, right? So the gravekeeper would clean the bones for Asona. There we go. So he goes to the broken hammer, talks to Val, and he's like, "I don't really like your party, but Ironhawk was quite special to me, even though things happened not very nicely. I didn't appreciate what happened, but I can't be mad at I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at your friend. So of course I'm gonna honor his body by turning into a blade, and this is the coolest freaking thing ever. And I'm gonna Val was like, I'm gonna take inspiration from this and turn my bones into a sword. That's freaking cool. No, a double axe sword. Yes. And she puts that in her will. Going back to Ironhawk, Ironhawk asks for his body, or for a new body, and gets the brilliant idea to get put into his soul, ghost form, whatever, into the body of the prophet. Remember the one that ate his legs in front of the statue of Aset in front of the church? Yeah, that one. So he's the dwarf was adorned in golden armor, and it was quite ragged when they met up with him. So yeah, they make a deal there, and the deal there was Ray would do this. She would do this if Ironhawk goes and gets the White's gem. She wants the White's gem. She wants it really, really badly. Following off of the NPC Codex, Pathfinder Codex, page 50. I can't pronounce her name, but yeah, that's the character I'm using. So if you want to get an image of the Gravekeeper, that's who I'm using. I just read the brief description of her. I'm like, okay, cool. So she wants power. I think I'm going to turn her, I think I want to make her into a powerful, necromancer. So she wants this gem. So that's a perfect thing. And so I've made it so that Ironhawk is her pet now. It's a little thing that they have no idea about, but I think one of my players, Gray, is kind of figuring out, because he was also a DM, so he knows all these little tricks and things. So it's a little difficult pulling the wool over his eyes, but I think I'll get it. And they'll be like, oh no, Talking about Gray. Hold on. Ironhawk has to figure out how to get the gem back. And yeah, we'll talk about that one later. So Gray goes around and finds, he wants to find an occult shop for more information. So he finds an occult shop, and a boy named Yustaf is running the shop, and he's just like leaned over with his hand on his face. He looks incredibly bored. And when Gray walks into the store, he's just like, and rolls his eyes backwards and goes, what do you want? And he looks like he doesn't even want to be there. So Gray's like, Gray's like, oh, I'm looking for some information. He's like, I don't know. Jeez, I don't even want to be here. And then you can hear Grandma, like somebody old, calling Yustaf downstairs. He goes, Yustaf, where are you? I need my medication. I can't remember where I put it. Yustaf, is there somebody in the store? And then at that point, Yustaf just looks at Gray and goes, I don't want to be here. I want to be an aspiring artist. I want to travel the world. And Gray goes, why don't you just go do it? And rolls, I think, a natural 20 on it and on his persuasion. And so the dude just goes, you're right. Doesn't matter what my peers say. I'll go out and pursue my dreams of an artist. I'll go. And then off he goes with a stick and a little cloth bag hang off the end of it. And he hands Gray the store keys, and Gray's just standing there. And then Grandma comes up the steps and goes, Yustaf, is that you? So now Gray is Yustaf, and he has a grandmother now with dementia. And so throughout this entire time, she keeps forgetting who Yustaf is and thinking that his or her sister is still around and stuff. So bye! Or maybe not.